Hey folks, I'm Alex and you're on the Knobby Big channel. Lego Marvel The Infinity Saga set, I Am Groot. I have to say that I was not going to buy this set initially. I have no emotional connections to the character and thought I wouldn't find the set interesting at all. I admit now I was wrong. There is a couple of things I really enjoy about it and I want to share them with you if you consider buying this set. Let's get into it. The set number 76 to 17 contains 476 pieces. It was released on the 1st of August 2022 and its official price is $55 or 50 euros. Inside the box we have 3 medium-sized plastic bags, a book with building instructions and a sheet of stickers. Stickers are numbered from 1 to 15, some of them though have the same number assigned, so in total we've got 23. The book with instructions look as usual. It has about 84 medium-sized pages. We have no information about the Groot character in it, unfortunately. Instructions are clear and I had no issues following them except for one gimmick with the stickers that I'm gonna mention later in the review. At the end of the book there are some references to other Infinity Saga sets. And that is it. Here's the list of the parts. You can pause the video now if you want to look into it in detail. A couple of words about pieces. Here we see a combination of regular bricks and plates and some Technic pieces as well. Not too much Technic art though. The majority of pieces are of dark tan and olive green colors, obviously because of the Groot appearance. The only new piece that I found in this set is this one, and they called it a circular minifigure shield with dark orange and nougat iris pattern. Here it's used for Groot's eyes. Building process. Building process is split into 3 stages, one plastic bag for each. If you want to build a set within a single session, that will probably take you about an hour, maybe a little bit more than that. The most interesting stages of the build, in my opinion, are the first and the third ones. The first stage starts with the building of accessories, and here I'm talking about this plaque with some information about Groot, incredibly informative by the way, and the retro-looking audio cassette. Later in the stage you also assemble Groot's body. The second stage is mostly about legs and hands. At times it felt somewhat repetitive, even though the parts of the body that are supposed to be symmetrical are slightly different in small details, like this shoulder made of leaf piece or this branch attached to one leg but not to the other, etc. The third stage is where you build Groot's head and later connect all parts of the body together. Even though while building the head I couldn't get rid of feeling that I'm building some brickhead set, it was really fun to see Groot's facial expression and pop the eyepieces in place at the end. By the way, I don't really understand why they're using this 1x4 tile with wood grain and nails pattern deep inside Groot's head, which is obviously not visible afterwards. If you get the reference, please shoot a message in the comment section. I would really appreciate it because that's still a mystery to me. Now let's talk about the features. The main killer feature of this build is its articulation. We've got pretty much a simplified version of a mech from the Ninjago series, or maybe you remember we had Bionicles a long time ago. Every single point of movement here is represented by a ball and a socket joint. Most of them have a really wide range of motion. If we take a look at the elbow joint, for example, you can bend it at 90 degrees angle in pretty much any direction. The same is true for all joints in Groot's arms. Neck has a good range of motion too. The head doesn't fall too far back or front or sideways. I'd say it's realistic enough. The waist has its ball joint as well, but the movements are allowed in a single plane only, either rotate the body left or right. Moving over to legs, knee joints are good. You can bend it at about 80 degrees backward and a bit less than 45 degrees forward, which looks weird, but I'll take it. In the end, Groot is an alien, so who knows how knees work for them. Hip joint is probably the one that I'm not 100% satisfied with, but that's a minor issue. The point is that it has a good range when you flex it or extend. Internal and external rotation is not bad too, but when we try to move a leg sidewise, the right term for that would be abduction. That's where we see some limitations, so if you're planning to put Groot into some fancy dancing pose, keep that in mind. You probably can improve that range a little bit by removing this Technic light gray bush, but that still may not be enough for your idea. I really like that not only hands are articulated, but fingers too. 3 long fingers are moving in a single dimension, while a thumb is capable of moving in 2 dimensions. And that's the perfect time to remind you to hit that like button if you're enjoying this video. And one more small feature that can be overlooked is that Groot's mouth, his jaw, can be moved too. A little, but if you open it a bit more, that brings more excitement on his face. Is it a good display model or a set to play with? In my opinion, to be a display piece is probably what this set was designed for. Mostly. You have a 100% recognizable character which is highly articulated. Set it in a signature pose, put it on your shelf and enjoy it. Also, it has a plaque and the audio cassette accessory which is hard to play with, right? I mean, I don't know what to do with it apart from just look at it and adore it. By the way, I love the cassette. The use of these tiny rubber wheels as tape reels is a fantastic idea. On the other hand, all that doesn't mean you cannot play with this model at all. It's very well built and supports a wide range of movements. I don't know how badly you should abuse it so that it breaks. If you want to break it, you'll be able to do that, of course, but with the regular use it stays strong. I want to mention just one thing that I like to see improved in this set. Some stickers in this set are supposed to be applied using a specific orientation for them. I'm talking about these three on the chest pieces. If you look closely, you'll see that all three stickers here create a single pattern. In other words, a branch on one sticker continues a branch from another sticker and so on. And these pieces are not just flat tiles, but curved. You cannot change their orientation as you want at any time. So if you accidentally put a sticker upside down or sideways, you screw the common pattern. I think in the instructions LEGO could emphasize it a little bit more so that we pay attention to what we're doing. I enlarged this step here so you can clearly see it, but when you have 4 steps like this in a single medium-sized page of the book, it's really easy to miss that detail. And that's it! I have to say I'm not a big fan of the Marvel franchise in general, but this set exceeded my expectations, and overall I'm really happy with it. I will be gladly displaying Groot here on the shelf behind me. If you like this video or it was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to watch other videos on my channel. And I'll see you later in the next one. Until then, bye bye.